All right, it's June the 22nd, 2015, and what I was getting into was the tribulation, which is not coming soon, my friends. It has already started. The reason for this is the powers to be are terrified of what's to come. They should be terrified because it has been written. It was documented a long time ago of their inevitable destruction. Many of these people think and wish that they can live forever. It's not going to happen. It has been written that you will crumble into ashes, into nothingness, inevitably. And those who are of God, well, those who are of God will live forever. I know you want to think, well, that's just something I was written. That doesn't mean anything. I'm scared. Please don't let it happen. It's going to happen. There's a reason it was written. So basically what they're doing and what they're going to continue to do, because they can't overcome their urge to try to stop the inevitable, is they've officially, successfully woken a sleeping dragon that much resembles the dragon that created the United States of America, i.e., the revolution. They learned back then that they didn't have the forces. The greatest militaries on earth could not stop this from happening. And so since then, they've co-opted and they've tried to infiltrate in order to stop what they couldn't stop from the outside. They want to stop it from the inside. But let me tell you something, it's not going to happen. And the reason for this is when people start to begin to understand what autism truly is, you'll be able to liken it to a fire. And I'm speaking of a fire that cannot be put out. There is not enough water on this earth to put it out. Or anywhere else for that matter, it's not going to be put out. You messed up. You had no choice but to mess up. Here's a simple example of what is being done right now. These forces of people who perpetrate like there's something, who have more currency than anybody could imagine, who think that they have all the power in the world, they're trying desperately to get out of a fight that is inevitable. Basically, I liken it to this, just for a simple example. A lot of y'all might remember a fight, a boxing match between Muhammad Ali, and I understand he's a Muslim. Uh, we're going to need to get past this. We're talking about unity. Talking about unity today and an autistic passion. Uh, we're talking about a boxing match between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, which is a famous example of what is called the rope-a-dope. Now, Muhammad Ali knew exactly what he was doing. George Foreman, he was unaware. All right, and just to describe it for you, if you don't know, Muhammad Ali let George Foreman bust on him and bust on him and bust on him, giving him devastating body shots and body shots and body shots until George Foreman inevitably tired himself out. And it was at that point that Muhammad Ali said, you know what? It's time to turn it on. I'm going to switch it on. I'm going to take you down. It's not going to be hard. And he did it. He was extremely successful with it. Now this is a is a small example of what is going on in the entire world as of today. Jesus Christ, the power of Jesus Christ is doing exactly that. He's letting Satan and the people who worship him pummel and pummel and pummel. Because even if Satan knows about the rope-a-dope maneuver, even if he's plenty aware of it, and even if he's seen him in a Muhammad Ali fight, the nature of Satan simply can't resist. But to strike and strike and strike and strike, he will never learn. He doesn't have what it takes to learn. Jesus Christ will let him do it until the end of the tribulation, when he goes ahead and does exactly what he wants to do. Now, this is exactly what's happening. Like I said, make no mistake, I am announcing victory. Victory has already been announced. It was announced thousands of years ago. But I'm just going to go ahead and re-announce it. This is what's happening. Satan, as smart as he thinks he is, cannot resist the rope-a-dope maneuver. World War III will be established. A financial economic collapse has already happened in certain countries and will absolutely happen to some extent in the United States of America this fall. People will be divided in hatred amongst each other so as to not unify. But none of this, all of this will fall short of defeating the autistic community. And I need to stress that. This is what it's all going to come down to. The autistic community, like I said, is a fire that cannot be put out. It's impossible. And what you need to know right now, if you know an autistic person, if you happen to be in line with the autistic community, is when you combine autism and the Word of God, you're going to see a force that's so intense that it will literally move mountains. It will literally be unstoppable. Now, I know the New World Order, they might be onto this. It doesn't matter what you're going to do. It doesn't matter what you want to do. You can go from city to city at this point. Just like that one emperor did when he found out Jesus was born and then he fled. That he was fled because Joseph took him to Egypt. And he went and he killed every single little baby in the town so as to try and quench this fire, to try and put it out. You can't put it out. It's not going to be put out. You can go to each and every town in the United States right now and kill and shoot every autistic person that you find in the head right now. You could do it systematically. It's not going to do anything. You understand? Because the more that you kill, the more autism is going to pop up. It's not something that you can stop. That is the gospel. That is victory. That is the good news. I'm just here to tell you that this is the answer. This is why I'm overcome with joy. This is how we know that victory is ours and it's inevitable. I don't care if it's 1%, 2%, at the most 3% of the populace who understands. It could just be 1%. It could be less than that. who understands that when you combine, if you're able to combine autism with the Word of God, successfully, you're going to bring Jesus Christ back. And that's what we're waiting on. That is the victory. That is the end of the tribulation. Tribulation, like I said, which has already been started. There's no way out of it. The people who do not have autism, do not have an autistic fervor for the truth, for the light, for the Word of God. It does not matter. You're inside of a war. You are a bystander. You are also not going to get out of it. So if you see this video, or any video like it, you need to understand that this is the combination that's going to inevitably bring out victory. These are why, when you hear of certain things that just are terrifying, like World War III, like nuclear strategic bombs being set up, like weather manipulation, like all the things that are being brought upon us. This is why it's happening, because of the autistic community. It is to put a stop to them. There is no stop to them. All right? The autistic community will live well past the earth. All right? You're going to have to destroy the whole entire earth in order to destroy the autistic community, and it's not going to happen. The only entity that can successfully do it is Jesus Christ, and you already know that. That is the gospel. That's the good news that I brought you today, and I couldn't wait to bring you. That being said, I'm going to continue on my channel. All the rest of whatever I bring to you on my channel is going to be less important, but it's going to be more and more and more strikes of autism at the people who are terrified about it. And I'm going to strike at diabetes, and I'm going to strike at disease, and I'm going to just strike at lies and manipulation and the ways of Satan. And I'm not going to stop. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. When you do kill me, you're going to understand that that's not going to stop me. Autism is just going to grow. So good luck with that. You can kill me 100,000 times. It's not going to stop this cause. It's a ripple on the water that's going to keep going. You think you're going to stop that ripple? You're not going to stop that ripple. This is June 22nd, 2015. Y'all have a good one. God bless.